survive the fight. Twisted minds and twisted tales, which one will emerge? The ultimate horror showdown.
Hey guys, so I'm back to do another franchise frenzy video created by the Horror Band and Horrific Nightmares JM. So check out their channels. Sorry if there's a lot of background noise. This Texas heat is killer, and I'm too hot to be turning off my fan. And I think the air conditioner was going, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me. So I have my handy dandy list, and I'm probably not going to say much because it is hot, and I am just hot, and I cannot speak, I cannot talk at this moment very well. When can I ever? No, I can't ever talk. Things don't ever come out of my mouth right anyways. Maybe I am dumb. So, coming in at number 17, we have Sleepaway Camp, The Survivor. What to say about this movie? It is the worst ever. Just, okay. So basically this is a clip movie from like all the different movies, like 1, 2, 3, whatever. Or 1, 2, I don't know. But it's a clip movie, mostly. And there may be like 5 to 10 minutes original footage, and to me the original footage sucks, and the clip movie itself is just oddly put together. And maybe if going into that you knew that's what it was, it would be okay, but I had no idea that's what this was gonna be. So it is at the bottom of the list. Look at me already saying a bunch of words. Number 16, Leprechaun 6, Back to the Hood. You know what? I didn't want to go to the hood in the first place, and I certainly didn't want to have to go back to the hood. I did like the story okay-ish. I mean, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. The characters were okay-ish. It did have, I'm probably not saying the right name, Tangi Miller. I know her from Felicity. I think she was Felicity's roommate. So I think she was probably the only one I really recognized. Number 15, Dominion, prequel to The Exorcist. Let me get it out right. The Exorcist. So basically this is the same story as the last movie, just less. I think they kind of expanded upon it on the other movie. This was actually, I guess, the first one that was made, and they didn't think it would be any good or success or whatever, and it didn't, yeah, whatever. Had I seen this first, I would have been okay with it. I think watching them back to back, both movies to me were long, you know, and drawn out, just kind of long. I did like parts of the story in this movie a little bit better opposed to some in the other movie. The cast was pretty much the same. There was a different girl, and a few things happened differently. Some of it I liked, some of it I didn't. So yeah, it was just, I don't know. I really say moods play an important part on ranking things. So if you're not in the mood for something or to see the same thing again, it would definitely rank lower. So I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is just, yeah, this is what it is. It is what it is. Number 14, Children of the Corn 666, Isaac's Return. Why that little man had to come back, I don't know. He's weird and creepy. This did have one girl I recognized, the main girl. I can't think of her name, but she was like in Cruel Intentions 3. Did that movie have Kara Smith in it? I don't know. But anyways, she's in that movie, so I did know her, so that was kind of alright. But I kind of guessed a little bit of the plotness to it, and yeah, it just wasn't the greatest thing in the world to me. So, but yeah, I think most of these movies have been ranking kind of low for me, anyways. I don't know. Number 13, Amityville, 1992. It's About Time. Um, this was interesting. I did like it. But I also thought parts of it was like strange and weird. But I did kind of like the story of it all, and did this have a happy ending? I can't even remember. See, it's been so long since I've watched this one. This one we watched at the beginning, and I can't think. But yeah, I do believe I liked it pretty good. Number 12, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. This movie has Jordana Brewster in it. She's the main one I know, besides, the returning cast from the other movie. And it basically, to me, is kind of like the other movie in a way. Because you have the same characters and the same setting and everything, so it just seems so familiar and similar, and, it's the same thing happening over again. But it was alright. It's not the best thing in the world, but I can watch it. Coming in at number 11, Saw 6. I liked the story of this. It was very gruesome at times. There was things I found interesting and fun. Some of the traps were kind of cool. Number 10, the Psycho remake. I did enjoy this one. I enjoyed it a lot more this time around than the first time I ever watched it, because there was a certain scene in it that kind of like, okay, they added this and I don't like it, but it didn't bother me as much this time, and I ended up really enjoying it. So, and it's a straight up, like, remake. Number 9, Alien vs. Predator Requiem. I enjoyed this movie. This is probably only the second time I've seen it, and in my head, I was thinking there was a lot of it was in the woods, though there was, some of it in the woods, but it didn't all take place in the woods, so I don't know what I was thinking about. And I do like the cast in this movie. Yeah, so for me it was the cast. The cast made the movie for me. Yeah. Number 8, Nightmare on Elm Street 6, Freddy's Dead. I like this one, but it's also kind of like, okay, it's a little unusual, but I find it interesting. And of course, I can't think of that dude's name that I like that is in this movie. For some reason, my brain is not working. It's the Heat. I'm just gonna say it's the Heat. He's kind of okay, it's gone. Thought is gone. See, that's what happens to my brain. It's like, it's there, but then it just goes poof when I'm trying to talk or say something, and it's like, where did it go? It went somewhere that way, and yeah. But I did enjoy it. Probably could have been better, but number 7, Resident Evil: The Final Chapter. So I liked this movie. I thought it was pretty good, and it was very, like, was this one very fast paced to me? I think it was very fast paced to me, and I enjoyed it. Number 6, Paranormal Activity: The Marked Ones. I actually like this one rather a lot compared to some of the other ones. The story is good. It is more fast-paced, more action, more things going, not waiting for stuff to happen. I enjoyed it a whole lot better. Number 5, Tremors: A Cold Day in Hell. Okay, Tremors just automatically goes closer to the top of the list because it's Tremors and I love Tremors. And yeah, and I do enjoy it. Jamie Kennedy is in this one, and again, so that helps, and I really like it. So it had a good story, and it was interesting to me, and I like Tremors. I'm actually wanting some more Tremors movies, so they like need to like start making some more. I know what's his name's character is like, but bring back Kevin Bacon. They were like gonna do a TV show or something, and then it did not get picked up, and I'm like super sad about that. So yeah, I want some more Tremors movies. Just saying. Number 4, Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives, and boy does he live in this movie. So yeah, parts of the movie, the story is kind of silly, whatever, but I enjoy it. I like the main character. My sister did a like Halloween horror mashup mix thing, and she used bits from this movie in the mashup, and so this is always just like stuck out in my mind, and I think that's what made me enjoy this movie even more, is because of that mashup she made, because it just had, I think it was only stuff from this movie. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was only things from this movie. I don't know if this was one of her favorites or what, but because of that, it just made me enjoy this movie even more, and I've always liked it. And yeah. Number 3, The Curse of La Llorona. I can't pronounce it. Why y'all give me stuff I can't pronounce? I can't pronounce this stuff. I know that's not how you say it, but did I get it any kind of close? I'm not attempting it again. I'm sorry. We're not gonna try to say that again. Anyways, I didn't think this was gonna rank very high, but it actually came out on top. It was I don't know, I just enjoyed it a lot. It was super funny at times, and it just the girl who plays in Scooby-Doo, and why is her name, she's in Freaks and Geeks. She was even on ER, I think. What is her name? See, my brain not working. But anyways, I really love her, and she was really funny in this movie, and yeah, so there was just a lot, and the kids were adorable, and yeah, so I really, really enjoyed this. It was just a surprise. I didn't think it was going to rank that high, because I think the first time I didn't enjoy it as much, or maybe I wasn't in the mood for it. Like I said, all about mood sometimes. Coming in at number 2, this may be a shock, because it was a shock for me. Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I thought for sure this was going to rank number 1, because I love this movie. I love all Halloween movies, and I thought this was going to be at the top of the list, because it's, Halloween, and it's Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd. And I mean, does he ever talk about this movie? I don't know if I've ever seen an interview where he talks about this movie. Does he know he's in this movie? And I love him in this movie. I don't know why. There's one scene in particular, like when he's trying to rescue the girl, and he's beating on the door, and Michael shows up, and he just kind of has this moment like, oh, and he has like a little like crazy thing go off in his head and everything. I just love that scene. Yeah, that's like one of my favorite scenes. I don't know why, but I just love it. And coming in at number 1, which surprised me, but I guess it shouldn't, because it is also one of my top franchises, is Scream 6. I think maybe the first time I watched this, I enjoyed it. I loved it. But I just thought for sure Halloween 6 was gonna be my number one, and Scream 6 just pulled it out this time. It's like the more I watch these movies, the more I pick up, the more I learn, the more I just like I find something more funny or something clicks in my brain a little bit more. Because maybe I'm dumb. But yeah, it was just hilarious and I loved it, and I already knew the music was much more awesome in this movie because Mike Shinoda had a song in it, and he also produced a song for Demi Lovato for this movie, and I love the music in this movie, and that just, helped because after the last one's soundtrack, which was such a bummer to me, this was so much better and so much greater, and I loved the soundtrack for this, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it came out on top. So who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it come out on top and not Halloween 6, but Scream 6, number one. It's a scream, baby. So that is it for the part 6s of this franchise frenzy, and yes, I'm ready for the next go round, and I don't know which movies we lose. I know we lose some more, but I'm pretty sure Halloween will be on top this next go round. But anyways, until the next one, I will see you guys.
Nightmare on Elm Street, where dreams turn to dread. Friday the 13th, the Halloween mask is red. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the soul screams through the night. Franchise frenzy, who will survive the fight? Twisted minds and twisted tales, which one will emerge?